Of combat sports returns to Los Angeles as the cream of kickboxing do battle at Glory 52 Super Fight Series. In the main event, interim light heavyweight title holder Pavel Zervalev faces number 7 American hopeful Myron Dennis. This is a huge clash of styles, and Dennis wants to provide an upset and derail the freight train from Ukraine. In the co-headliner, undefeated women's bantamweight champion Anissa Mexen returns to Glory Ring in a catchweight bout against Canadian Ashley Nichols. Top 10 featherweight action as hot prospects Zakaria Zugari and Bailey Sugden meet for the first time. And an American middleweight matchup of Muay Thai master sees Paul Benasek face Troy Jones. It's Glory 52 Super Fight Series. We welcome those of you watching around the world on UFC Fight Pass. This is Glory Super Fight Series coming to you from the Long Beach Arena in Long Beach, California. This is Glory's 5th trip to the City of Angels. Alongside, as always, my broadcast partner Joseph Faltellini, the former Glory welterweight champion of the world. My name is Todd Grisham, and tonight an outstanding card. 5 fights in 5 different weight classes.
Yeah, and it's stacked from top to bottom, and one of the fights I'm most excited for has to be that featherweight belt between Zakaria Zugari versus Bailey Sugden. But we also have Paul Benasek versus Troy Jones, Anissa Mexen and Ashley Nichols, and of course a light heavyweight interim champions between Pavel Zervalev and Myron Dennis.
More on that fight in a minute, but let's start with Anissa Mexen, the best women's kickboxer perhaps of all time. She hasn't lost since 2014, Joe.
Yeah, she's just so dominant, and look at that record. 94 wins with only 3 losses, 30 by KO, 3-0 in Glory, and her last win against Tiffany Van Soest, and she will make her first title defense at Glory 53 Lille.
And here is that moment when she won the women's championship, beat Tiffany Van Soest at Glory 49.
Yeah, what makes her so talented is her footwork, the way she can move, the way she can control distance and use her angles, and all of the time she's landing that exit kick over and over again. Ashley Nichols is going to have an answer for that kick.
Let's talk about now the main event. Light heavyweight interim champion Pavel Zervalev, an absolute monster, will be on display here tonight. He faces Myron Dennis, who poses the challenge even though he's a huge underdog.
Yeah, he can take a lot of punishment. He likes to come forward and is a good forward press fighter. And he's a character. He likes to have fun while he's doing it. When asking him about his fighting style, he says he's as smooth as a comb through nappy hair.
As well, Zervalev 71-11 with 26 knockouts. He's won 9 of his last 10, including wins over Hamelin and Cavallari, as you'll see here.
Yeah, and the way he does it is this forward aggressive boxing. He's trying to get you in the corners against the rope to really unload his power punches. And here against Cavallari is when he won the interim light heavyweight championship. Just constant pressure, coming forward, constantly landing those big bombs.
Dennis has nothing to lose. As for Zervalev, he's hoping to unify the light heavyweight championship later this summer, so he can't afford a slip-up here tonight in Long Beach. From the big boys in the light heavyweight division to the featherweights, and this may be the best fight of the night.
Yeah, my prediction for fight of the night, both forward pressure guys. Both guys like to throw in combinations and have a lot of power for featherweights.
It's Sugden versus Zugari. Let's go backstage now. Whitney Miller with the Brits.
Bailey, you come from a family of fighters, your brothers, your dad, everybody, but you said that your mother is the strongest one, the toughest one in the family. What did she have to say to you before you came tonight?
Well, she obviously tells me to enjoy myself and to look forward to it, have a good time, and but if I don't win, I'm sure she'll give me a beating when I get home, so best beat him.
Yesterday at the weigh-ins, things got pretty heated between you and Zugari. What type of fight can we expect?
Oh, you saw it at the weigh-in. Tonight we're going to be punching each other in the face, so it's going to be a lot more exciting than that.
Good luck tonight.
Cheers, thank you.
The Glory Super Fight Series starts right now.
Glory Sport International, the world's premier kickboxing organization, brings the best stand-up fighters on the planet and heads west to SoCal for the Glory Super Fight Series. 10 fighters in all, representing 6 nations, all vying to move up in the world rankings. All of our bouts tonight sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. Their commission chair is John Carvelli, the executive officer, Andy Foster. Long Beach Arena, are you ready for glory? We begin in Glory's welterweight division. He is a former IKF amateur champion making his Glory debut. Please make him feel welcome, Brian Bruns.
There is Brian Bruns, all business Joe. He's 2-0 with 2 knockouts. This is his Glory debut, and he's a guy that is chomping at the bit to get in there and show us what he can do.
Yeah, he's very talented. He got a second-degree black belt in karate. He teaches full-time at a karate school, but he's a forward pressure guy. He's aggressive and patient at the same time, and he's really looking to use his counterattacks.
And he's wearing a leather American flag jacket. God bless that man.
This man's the WBC National Muay Thai champion who arrives on a 3-fight win streak. Here is Charles Rodriguez.
Charles Rodriguez, known as the Rock Star. That's not his name on the screen there. I assure you that is Charles Rodriguez. And you see those gloves around his neck, those belong to his father who passed away at an early age. And when he turned 18, Charles's mother gave him those gloves, said your dad used to fight, he'd want you to have these, and now he wears them to the ring in honor of his dad.
Yeah, that's probably got to give him a lot of confidence knowing that. And he is 5-0 in kickboxing, 4 of those by knockout, so he's got a lot of knockout power behind his strikes. He comes from a Muay Thai background. He is good with his elbows, but again, Glory rules, we can't use elbows. He's got a relentless, exhausting pace. He's always looking to put on a show, inside and outside the ring.
Let's go to the tail of the tape for this welterweight battle. 170 pounds, 77 kilograms. Charles Rodriguez, 28 years old. But look at the height reach advantage. 10 inches for Brian Bruns. Here are the rules tonight. 3 rounds, 3 minutes each. Punches, kicks, and knees are the legal strikes. No elbows, throws, or sweeps. 3 knockdowns in a round or 4 in the fight will result in a TKO.
Tonight in California, 5 judges will be scoring the bout using the following prioritized judging criteria, starting with knockdowns, followed by cumulative damage inflicted, followed by number of clean scoring strikes with emphasis on spectacular technique. Finally, if there's no clear winner, we're looking for aggression.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this welterweight matchup scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, a second-degree karate black belt, also trained in Muay Thai. His professional record, perfect. 2 fights, 2 wins, both of those wins coming by way of knockout. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, 1.93 meters, and he weighed in at fight time 169 pounds, 76.7 kilos. He's here tonight, fighting out of Riverside, California. Here is Brian, the Great White Ninja Bruns. His opponent fighting out of the white corner, an IKF State and Pacific Regional Champion. He too brings an unblemished record to the ring. 5 wins, no losses. 4 of those wins coming by way of knockout. At 6 feet 1 inch tall, 1.85 meters, he weighed in at 169.5 pounds, 76.9 kilos. He fights out of Vallejo, California. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Charles, the Rockstar Rodriguez. And your referee in charge of this bout is Dan Stell.
Fighters. Listen up, gentlemen. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, come out the belt. Good luck to both of you.
Joe, in your fighting career, did anyone ever have a 10-inch reach advantage over you?
I don't think that looked big, but I know in my world title fight against Mark DeBont, he was a lot taller than I was. So he's got to get inside and attack.
Let's see how the Rockstar navigates things here as both men make their Glory debut in Los Angeles. Rodriguez wearing the white gloves, Bruns wearing the black.
Both guys with traditional martial arts and Muay Thai backgrounds.
And watching some videos preparing for this fight, Rodriguez And his Muay Thai fights extremely good in the clinch, but you can't have that much success in Glory because it's such a brief exchange.
If you have a quick active clinch, you got to be busy in the clinch. You can't grab. We call that holding in kickboxing. So if you're going to initiate a clinch, you got to be active with it.
And in Muay Thai, you can also throw your opponent to the ground, which you can't do here in kickboxing. We like our guys stand in the middle of the ring and exchange shots. That's what makes it so exciting. There's nowhere to hide in Glory kickboxing.
Big opportunity for both these guys. At first, it was scheduled to be an undercard bout, and now here they are on the Super Fight Series.
Bruns promised that he was going to pressure Rodriguez, be the aggressor.
And being the shorter fighter, that's his best strategy. He has to work his way on the inside. If he stays on the end of a taller opponent strikes, it's going to be a bad night for him.
Rodriguez said he was a wrestler in high school. Loved the competition, loved working out, said he didn't really care much for wrestling, so looked for another combat sport, fell in love with Muay Thai, and then fell in love with kickboxing. And here he is fighting for the biggest promotion in the world.
And he says he has a powerful right hand that I want to see. He says he wants to make his right hand famous. So he's getting a few knockouts to do that.
As for Bruns, he is a second-degree black belt in karate, teaches karate for a living. So felt very confident watching Rodriguez. Said, I'm just out of his league, and he's going to feel it. It seemed pretty evenly matched this point.
Yeah, this one is good exchanges.
Go that neck. Go that.
But it seems like Rodriguez is pitching the action.
Neither man has really set that thrown a big punch, big power shot.
Yeah, they're just, looks like they're feeling it out, trying to set it up, but there's Rodriguez trying to land that right hand. Another strategy for Rodriguez is get inside, do some work to the body. There's changing levels with his left hook.
So there's round one. See if they get a bit more aggressive and active in the second stanza. Let's meet these two fighters, and we'll start with a rock star. From 6'1", 28 years old, describes himself as having relentless aggression. 4 of his 5 wins come by way of knockout. He says his favorite strike is his right cross and his right low kick. Loves making his opponents guess which one he's going to throw next.
Ryan Bruns, on the other hand, 6'4", 26 years old. Joey Pagliuso's corner. He's a California-based fighter, and he likes to consider himself more of a puncher, but he likes to use his knees, and I think that left knee could be a good strategy against that forward pressure of Rodriguez.
As Joe mentioned, this was supposed to be an undercard fight, but it is now internationally broadcasted. A good chance for these guys to show the world what they can do. Round 2 scheduled for 3, welterweight division.
Here's Bruns come forward. His corner was probably telling him he needs a little bit more action coming forward. But I'd like to see those knees he was talking about in his fighter profiles.
Talking about Brian?
Yeah, Brian Bruns. He says he has a good left knee. That left knee would be a perfect setup versus that forward pressure.
Good right hand connecting there for Rodriguez. Still not a lot of zip behind these punches. But they are landing fairly often for the Rockstar. And when he came to the fighter interviews yesterday, Rodriguez actually had one of his friends, who's a guitar player, come to the meeting with him playing his electric guitar.
Yeah, he's really enjoying the process. He knows it's a big opportunity, but he's having fun with it.
Stop! Step back. Fight.
It's interesting to see some fighters come in super serious. He was the exact opposite.
Very relaxed. That's the Bruns. All business, very serious. Outside the ring, no one knows he's a fighter. He's so laid back. welterweight division in Glory, perhaps the most competitive, the most talent maybe. Right now, the champion of the world is Farouk Grigorian, but you've also got Uncle Greenhart. You've got Nikki Holton, who just went over and had a big boxing match against Callum Smith. Joe obviously used to be in the welterweight division. I know you take a lot of pride in what you've turned that division into.
Yeah, it's one of the best divisions in my eyes. Seeing champions change so often just shows how competitive it is.
Keep on the groin. Let's go. Stop! Step back. Stack. Place.
Still waiting for somebody to light the other guy.
It doesn't seem like you were mentioning there's not enough power to seem to slow any of them down.
I like the fact that Rodriguez is smiling the entire time.
There's that left knee for runs. That's corner telling him to keep that going.
Ten seconds to go here. Jumping uppercut from Rodriguez, who's letting his hands go. Now Brunt's fighting back and lands a right hand.
Yeah, he came back as a southpaw with his boxing and did well.
Good spirit being shown by these two men to close out the second round.
Definitely a more exciting round. We saw a little bit more action from Bruns. We still saw that forward pressure from Charles Rodriguez.
Let's say hi to our beautiful Glory girls. There's Gemma letting us know round 3 is upon us. You can find Gemma and Alyssa on Instagram at Miss Alyssa Arce and Gemma Lee Farrell. Why don't they put a little graphic for your Instagram with pictures of you wandering around with your shirt off in the gym?
Yeah, that's more than the same thing. Yeah, help me build my Instagram following.
There's Alyssa. How do you have it through 2, Joe?
I'm giving it 2-0 for Rodriguez. Just due to his forward pressure, seems to be throwing and landing more. Just be on that aggression. Pressing.
Runs, who fights out of Riverside, California, told to have about 50 friends and family here in the crowd tonight. So they're hoping he can pull something out here in the third. What would be your advice to him?
I think it's his knees. He's got to use his length. His kicks haven't been working. The boxing seems to be, losing in the exchanges. So I think he's got to defend his head and really throw that left knee or his right knee. But try to catch Rodriguez coming in with his knees is my strategy for him.
And now we're starting to see Rodriguez put a little bit more zip on those punches.
Yep, good body work as well.
Not a lot of kicks, though, from Rodriguez.
Yeah, Brun's corner now is yelling for the knee.
And it's Rodriguez who's giving you the knees you want, Joe.
Yeah, he's just throwing everything. Really mixing in that uppercut well. Mixing in his body punches.
A Superman punch there from the rock star.
Yeah, he's got to get up high to hit the head.
He's also a California kid fighting out of California.
Nice right hand for Rodriguez. It's hard to throw it as a straight to the head, so he's got to loop it to hit that 6'4" head.
Rodriguez really, you can tell, doesn't respect Brun's power. Not really worried about covering up, bending punches.
It doesn't feel like he has the gas tank to counter anything back. So now he's just waiting. This is where he's got to mix his knees. Don't just stand there.
Good work rate from Rodriguez.
And he says his Muay Thai style is Muay Cow, which apparently is a forward pressure, clinch-based style. He's known to get people exhausted with his style.
Brun landed a couple of nice punches in that last exchange, and Rodriguez calling on now. So 40 seconds to go here.
Watch that head.
Brun having a little bit of success.
Nice body uppercut.
And the hands come down for Brun. Let's see if Rodriguez can maybe close the show here.
Yeah, his hands coming down because that body work from Rodriguez.
Hit a couple right hands, he's going backwards. Is there enough time on the clock for the rock star to get a knockdown? There's a knee.
Superman back.
Bruns is going to fight it out to close the show, too. Good effort from both these guys here in round 3. Did the rock star do enough to win in his Glory debut? We'll make it official when we return to the Long Beach Convention Center. Now for more information on our Glory rules.
Glory Kickboxing is the most action-packed fight sport on the planet. Legal strikes are punches, kicks, and knees. Regular bout are 3 rounds. Championship bouts are 5, and each round is 3 minutes of action. Outfight your opponent for 10-9. Knock them down for 10-8. In a normal bout or tournament final, 3 knockdowns in 1 round or 4 in the entire bout, and the fight is over by TKO. In a tournament semi, 2 knockdowns in 1 round or 3 in the entire bout, and it's all over. Or you can just knock your opponent out. Sweeps, elbows, and grappling are not allowed. Punching is okay if you follow up with a knee. Glory rules are designed to bring non-stop, fast-paced stand-up action. To find out more, go to glorykickboxing.com.
We're back in Southern California. Charles Rodriguez and Brian Bruns just wrapped things up in the welterweight division.
And it was all that forward pressure of Charles Rodriguez. Did a good job getting in there. He did land his right hand quite often, but Bruns trying to come in, use his knees, but just wasn't active enough. That constant swing of Rodriguez really wore down Bruns. He mixed levels well. Was able to go to the body, mix the uppercut. He just didn't have that snap and that power, his right hand, to put Bruns out. But good fight, back into action. Brian Bruns showing how durable he is, and just that he's got a little bit more work to do to keep doing well in Glory.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 5 of our ringside judges see the about the same and score it 30-27. A unanimous decision, all for your winner, Charles Rodriguez.
What do you make of Charles Rodriguez and his future prospects here in Glory?
I think his volume did really well. His strike selection was well, but like you kept mentioning through that fight, he needs that little bit of power to be able to slow guys down. But with that exhausting pace, he can give a lot of guys problems.
So Charles Rodriguez wins in his Glory debut. He's now 6-0, overall undefeated. Coming up, Muay Thai stylist Paul Benash promises to use his seek and destroy style to give his opponent a rude Glory welcome. That's Troy Jones, who makes his Glory debut and has a 100% finishing rate. All of his wins have come by way of knockout. But coming up next, it could be the fight of the night, everybody. Zachariah Zugari and bad boy Bailey Sugden.
GloryShop.com is your shop for all things Glory Kickboxing. Represent your favorite world-class strikers and get your own t-shirts, hoodies, hats, training gear, and more. Join your favorite fight club and get your Glory gear today. GloryShop.com. Tradition, style, glory.
On May the 12th, Glory heads to the north of France for Glory Superfight Series Lille as third-ranked Cedric Doumbé returns to his native France. We're going to get back on track as he faces the extremely difficult fifth-ranked Ivan Danenberg. Also, middleweights battle and a title elimination bout as Yusuri Belgari faces number 3 ranked Jason Wilness. A title shot against the current champ Alex Pereira is on the line. It's Glory Superfight Series Lille.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout scheduled for 3-minute rounds in Glory's featherweight division. He's coming off a win over Chen Long Dong in Rotterdam at Glory 49. Here is Bailey Sugden.
The bad boy Bailey Sugden, unbeaten in Glory, 11-1 overall. His crew, which is led by his father, of course, is extremely high on his prospects tonight, even though, according to MMA oddsbreakers, this is a pick'em. They believe that Bailey should be the big favorite.
Yeah, he's tough, he's durable, he likes to come forward, he's got solid boxing, and every time you put him in against a more experienced opponent, he tends to shine. So he's going to have to do the same thing against Zugari.
He promised to inflict some pain on his opponent tonight, and that's the exact recipe that his opponent has promised to put on him.
His air of unpredictability makes him an opponent's nightmare, but a crowd favorite. Here is Zakaria Zugari.
He fights out of Morocco by way of Netherlands. He's the 8th ranked featherweight in the world, and he's only 23 years old.
Yeah, and he's super talented and fun to watch because he's so aggressive. He throws a lot in combinations. He's got good kicks. He's got a good left hook, left knee. So he's very talented in all aspects, and he's just a crowd pleaser with his style.
It's amazing that Zugari's only 23, and yet he's 3 years older than his opponent. Bailey Sugden is only 20 and have a drink here in Southern California, as much as he probably wants to.
Now, this is definitely the future in the featherweight division here. Both of these guys have so much room to grow. We saw Zugari on the losing end of a high kick knockout, but he says he's recovered and motivated to get back climbing the ranks.
Here's our tale of the tape for this outstanding matchup in the featherweight division. Zugari 23, Sugden is just 20, and he'll hold a slight 2.5-inch reach advantage over Zugari.
Professional experience all goes to Zakaria Zugari. Both guys with very impressive win ratios. Zakaria Zugari with that 50% KO ratio, very impressive. And let's take a look at my keys to glory. For Zakaria Zugari, he needs to be an explosive, aggressive fighter with his combination, mix the strike selection, and really look to land his low kicks, where Sugden wants to utilize his boxing, mix in his aggressive style with his angles and movements, and really look to counter Zakaria's pressure.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are scheduled for 3-minute rounds in Glory's featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He is a gold and silver medalist from the World Championships. His professional kickboxing record, 11 wins versus just 1 loss. 2 of those wins coming by knockout. He is undefeated in 2 prior Glory appearances. He stands 5 feet 7 and 1/2 inch, 1.72 meters, and he weighed in at 141.5 pounds, 64.3 kilos. He's here in LA tonight, fighting out of Newark, England. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Bailey Bad Boy Sugden. His opponent standing to my left and fighting out of the wide corner. His debut in Denbos was nominated for the 2017 Fight of the Year. His record stands at 30 wins, 4 losses, 1 bout scored even, and 15 career knockouts. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, 1.70 meters, and he weighed in at 142.5 pounds, 64.6 kilos. Fight tonight out of Rotterdam, the Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, Zakaria Zugari. And your referee for this contest is Marcos Rosales.
Zakaria. Bailey. Gentlemen, I've already gone over the rules. Protect yourself at all times and obey my command. All right? Catch him up. We're going 3.
They had a very intense stare down yesterday, and they're ready to go at it today. Zugari a little more unorthodox, unpredictable. Bailey Sugden, you know right where he's going to be.
Come on, please, Bailey. Thank you.
Go!
Bailey comes right out of the corner, nose to nose, and throws the first punch landed.
Yeah, against someone who kicks well like Zugari, you got to stay close. And I'm guessing Sudgen's going to really use his boxing.
Zugari said he saw some holes in Bailey's game that he promises to exploit. As for Bailey, he says Zugari's chin is too high, and it's right there for the taking.
And Zugari seems to be liking that high kick off the bat. I guess he wants to shut down Bailey's boxing with his kicks. Jab to the body from Zugari.
Good exchange from Bailey, who fell backwards off balance a little bit. There's a knee from Zugari, and that connected.
Yeah, that's one of Zugari's best weapons, is that switch left knee. He's got a few knockouts with that. That's why Bailey's got to come close and pressure just like that. Don't give Zugari the space. Nice combination work from Sudgen.
Nice spin back fist from Bailey. So there's some unpredictability from English. Dean Sugden, the father of Bailey, very vocal, loves to talk, loves to give his son advice, and you heard him say the body is wide open, Bailey.
There's Zugari trying to spin back fist himself.
Watch your hands going in,
Speaking
guys.
of his father, he told Bailey he'd get his first tattoo. Whoa! Nice spinning kick there from Zugari. Told Bailey he could get his first tattoo when he's 18 years old. Bailey came back from the tattoo parlor with basically his whole arm added up. I guess that counts as one. An Iron Man arm.
Yeah, the whole family has tattoos everywhere.
Get out, get out, get out!
Dean Sugden, the father with his children's portraits on his knuckles.
A lot of action here in round one. Still a minute to go. Nice low kick from Zugari.
Step, break clean. Hands up, let's go.
Nice kick. Is that a knockdown? No.
Go.
Yeah, Zugari's throwing that switch left kick from such a close range. He's almost landed it a few times. Bailey needs to keep that right hand nice and tight.
Nice punch there from Zugari, who has to watch out in those hands down, though.
And if you see Bailey Sudgen's fight style, he's very durable. You should have seen, if you look back at the way he won his Road to Glory tournament.
Stop, break clean. Watch your hands and watch your hands. Let's go.
You get that same style back from Zugari. Doesn't back down.
Step on the bell. Time!
Oh, and a late punch there from Zugari. Bailey going to complain, and you know he'll keep that in the back of his mind. A very hotly contested round one, Joe.
Yeah, that was very close. Very good action back and forth from both guys. I think there was some action from Bailey. Oh, there's that kick that it looked close, looked like it rocked him a little bit, but it's those close range kicks. Beautiful spinning back fist. It landed clean flush hit on the temple.
And back to that knockdown, it wasn't Joe. Would you have been upset had the referee indeed scored it a knockdown?
Oh, because it kind of looked like him shook him a bit, but again, canvas could be supreme.
Well, it seemed to be a little bit off balance.
Yeah, it's tough, but it was definitely a shot that woke Bailey up. Regardless, if you go down, stand right up.
Let's go!
What do these two have in store for round two?
Go!
Zakaria Zugari trying to bounce back from his first loss in Glory.
Slip.
A head kick knockout from Panamarung, Kiat Mukau.
It's ahead. Stop. Break clean.
And Bailey looks angry.
Yeah, he's come forward.
Got to be careful, though. Don't want to overexert yourself. Zugari will make you pay.
Yeah, Zugari's got a lot of power in his hands. Good power in his kicks. Good strike selection as well from Zugari.
Go!
Looks like there's a slight cut over the left eye of Zugari right now. Oh, and there's a punch that connected and another one. And now Bailey's letting his hands go. This turning into a street fight here.
Yeah, this was definitely my prediction for fight of the night.
Stop!
These guys won't back down. But they got to be careful in the exchanges. Be a little bit more intelligent.
Those were some wide punches, too, in that exchange.
Stop!
Both of these guys are going to be banged tomorrow, that's for sure. Haley's dad calling for some straight shots to the body.
I want to see Zugari open up those kicks on the outside more.
Stop! No, don't throw it.
Are you surprised at the success that Zugari's had in punching and boxing?
Yeah, he's got good hands.
No,
And he
no,
usually
punch
finishes
behind
with
the
his
head.
low kick a little bit more, which I want to see him use his kicks more. He's getting too into that boxing fight, and it's a good strategy from Sugden. Pull him into that boxing fight. Zugari wants to match it, but I like Zugari when he's kicking.
Go!
Up quickly is Zugari. Minute to go in the second round.
Good round for Bailey.
The winner of this fight will certainly face off against a top 5 ranked fighter next, you would think. The loser back to the drawing board. They're both so young, plenty of upside.
Get out, no punches, go. Stop, break clean. Go. Watch the elbow.
Nice knee there from Zugari.
Yeah, that landed. Good counter punches from Zugari. Nice knee from Sugden.
Knee. That was to the body. His dad be happy with that. Their
Stop.
total kicks,
Break clean.
Zugari
Watch
has
the hands.
outlanded Sugden
Go.
11-6.
Stop, break clean. Go. Stop, break clean. Stop on the bell. Time!
Another good round between Sugden and Zugari.
Yeah, there was a lot of good exchange still in that round, but I think this round the advantage goes to Sugden. He was doing a good job landing with his boxing. He's pulling Zugari into this fight.
Last round.
And Zugari's content fighting in that range as well.
I'll tell you what, the strike fight metrics right now, 34 strikes landed for Zugari, 36 for Sugden, about as close as you can get.
And even that strikes thrown, 72 for Zugari, 74 for Sugden. They're matching each other back and forth. One guy's not going to let the other gain momentum. Very close fight.
You're just a bit slow getting the shots off. You've got to be a bit quicker, man. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just a little bit quicker.
Take it down, let's go! Let's go, get out of the corner!
Here we go, round 3. 3 minutes to go in this outstanding
Back up.
featherweight battle between Sugden and Zugari.
Stop! Nothing. Go!
In my eyes, this is one round apiece. I gave a slight edge to Zugari in round 1. Slight edge for Sugden in round 2.
Well, Vegas had it as a pick 'em fight. And that's not what it is here as we go into the third. Zugari.
Stop! Get out! Let's go!
Surprised at the fact that Zugari has been willing to just let his hands go like that?
Well,
Throw caution to the wind?
He's a competitive fighter, right? So if
Stop!
he's getting hit with boxing,
Zacharias,
he feels
don't
he needs
hold.
to answer
Don't
back
hold.
with the hand.
Go.
But this is where I think he needs to lay back and start throwing those kicks again. His left kicks were landing really well. His low kicks were landing.
Stop! No punching. No punching. Go!
Would love to know what you guys are thinking at home about this fight. Make sure and reach out to it on our Glory Kickboxing Twitter page. And that's considered a knockdown, and Sugden cannot believe it.
5, 6, 7, 8. Good.
That'll be controversial.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like he got hit, but it was the after then he slipped. To me, it looked like a slip.
Nothing.
Sugden's got to get control of himself. He's still complaining to the referee.
Yeah, that was a big call from the referee. It's going to force Sugden to open up a little bit more, try to get that back. Might leave his defense confidence a little bit.
Hands are up. Let's go.
So Zugari now
Stop. Get
might
out.
just want to try and avoid the big power punches of Sugden since he does have a knockdown in this third round.
You got to think, too, if you gave that first round to Sugden, it could be 2 rounds and it could be a draw as well. So who knows?
Let go. Get out of there.
Either way, you know, Suggs thinking I need a knockdown here with a minute to go.
Oh! Up. Go!
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if some judges gave the first 2 rounds to Sudkin.
So that would be 2 10-9 rounds, and if he uses this one 10-8, you indeed will have an extra round here. But that's asking a lot.
Nice jab from Zugari. Using his lead hand as Sudkin's coming in.
Break clean. Go!
Bailey walked right into a right hand from Zugari.
Yeah, he's opening up to try to get the knockout.
10 seconds coming.
Oh, that right hand connected. Zugari come forward again. What a battle it is here as we go to the bell. Fantastic stuff from Bailey Sugden and Zachariah Zugari.
Well done. Both of these gentlemen, well done.
I'm really surprised that Zugari threw caution to the win the last 10 seconds there. But that's the kind of fighter he is. Let's go back to that moment. Is this a knockdown, Joe?
See, he got hit with that big right hand, but he stayed standing. But I wouldn't have called that a knockdown in my opinion, because he ate the shot and he started to counter back, trying to fight for it again, and then he slipped down.
And it looked almost like the left hand of Zugari pushed the back of the head down right there as well.
But from the referee standpoint, he could have been rocked and kept falling forward, trying to hold himself on Zugari. So very tough call regardless from the referee.
And here's where they just let it go. Right hand lands for Sugden.
Yeah, they almost nodded each other just before the exchange, being let's do it.
Zachariah Zugari finishing the 3rd round with an exclamation point. Did he win one of those first 2 rounds? That's the key question. The decision from this featherweight rock'em sock'em fight when we return.
May 12th, it's Glory 53 Super Series. The Best returns to his native France when Cedric Doumbé takes the first step on his quest to regain the welterweight title. Standing in his way, Ivan Dannenberg. It's the former champ versus the #1 ranked contender in a middleweight rematch with title implications as Jason Wilness takes on Yusri Belgari. And hot welterweight prospect Mohamed Jorada looks for career victory number 65 as he takes on Alan Chinson. Glory 53 Super Fight Series. Zenith de Lille, France, May 12th. Don't miss it.
We're back live in Southern California. A fantastic bout between Bailey Sugden and Zachariah Zugari.
A lot of good action, a lot of spectacular offense from both gentlemen. Good left kick there from Zugari. And round 2 is a good round for Sugden. Came forward, a lot of good exchanges back and forth. Round 3, Zugari started to open up a little bit more. And he got that, what we're going to call a controversial knockdown. There is that ending, both guys looking at each other, nodding to finish the fight strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, all 5 of our ringside judges see the bout the same and score it 30-26. A unanimous decision, all for your winner, Zachariah Zugari.
Maybe not as close as we thought it was, Joe, but in the end, a huge win for Zachariah Zugari.
Yeah, and he still looked impressive. He used this well in the beginning.
Congratulations. That was an epic performance. Everyone thought that was going to be fight of night, and y'all really did such a great job.
Thank you.
In the 3rd round, you got a knockdown against Bailey. What did you think about that?
I think it was a fair decision because I knocked him on his head, and because of my punch he felt, and that rules I didn't make. So he felt, and I get the point. So
After this performance, who are you looking to fight next?
I don't know, because my last fight I lost, and I won now this fight, so I'm very happy, and I'm busy with my trainer and my camp, so to train more and to do more my best, and in the future the eyes are still on the prize, and that's the belt.
All right, congratulations, Long Beach. Give it up one more time for Zachariah Ugari.
He's ranked 8th in the world. Number is set to improve, Joe. His only losses to the number 1 ranked contender in this division, Petch Panamarung. Who would you like to see him fight next?
Well, I think the featherweight division is just so talented right now. There's a lot of young up-and-comers. Man, the list can go on and on. It's hard for to pick, but we got guys fighting in Lille that is Beery, and a lot of these tournament contender winners that would be perfect matchups for him.
For now, all eyes on Zachariah with a very impressive win tonight here in California. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, the best female kickboxer in the world is back, unbeaten in 4 years. Anissa Mexen looks to continue her dominance as she faces Canadian Ashley Nichols, who's full of confidence after taking Mexen the distance in their first fight back in 2014. But up next, it's the Reaper, Paul Banashik, who made his Glory debut with a torn meniscus. Now he's fully healthy, will try to ruin the debut of Troy Jones, who's looking for his 7th professional win and his 7th professional knockout. We welcome you back to Glory Super Fight Series. Now, don't miss the next edition of Inside Glory, our magazine show. We give you one each month, and we'll prepare you for Glory 53 Lille. Not one, but 2 title fights on an all-star card. I sat down with the number 1 female kickboxer on the planet, Anissa Mexen, and our fighter profile looks at light heavyweight favorite, the Dream Crusher, 4th ranked Michael Duke. Inside Glory, April edition. Check time and date in your area. You can also see it on Glory's Facebook and YouTube channels.
Time now, ladies and gentlemen, for the middleweights. This WAKO Team USA member is also a Pan American gold medalist. Here comes Troy Jones.
There's Troy Jones fighting out of Minnesota Martial Arts Academy. All of his wins have been by knockout. He's got heavy hands, Joe. He's a 12-time U.S. national and North American Muay Thai champion.
Yeah, and he also has good Muay Thai background. He spent a lot of time training and fighting in Thailand. He sold everything, quit his job, moved to Thailand to really learn the skill. But look for his right cross, his right kick, and even impressive amateur record of 40 wins and 3 losses. So losing is not on the mind of Troy Jones.
This 4-time North American champion made his glory debut at Glory 48 in Madison Square Garden. He is Paul Banashik.
There is the Reaper. He's been around the world honing his craft, Joe, and feels like he's peaking right at the right time. The last time we saw him, he fought with a torn meniscus that he actually tore right before he walked to the ring backstage stretching.
Yeah, he was trying to do a few stretches, and in that little stretch, he tore his meniscus in 2 places, sprained his ACL, but he said he's healed, he's ready, he's really been improving his boxing. So since he hurt his knee, he was able to take a boxing fight, improve his hands. Because he's from a Muay Thai background, he felt that boxing needed to improve for Glory.
He is the Reaper fighting out of the mean streets of East Hartford, Connecticut. It's where I live, Joe, so you know there's some tough cookies up there. Look at our tail of the tape for this. A fight at 170 pounds. They're the welterweight division, Paul Banashik and Troy Jones.
Professional experience identical, but you got to give that power advantage to Troy Jones with a 100% KO ratio.
Ladies and gentlemen, this middleweight matchup scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, standing on my right and fighting out of the black corner, he is a 12-time U.S. national and North American amateur champion. His professional record, 6 wins with 1 loss. All 6 of those wins have come by way of knockout. At 6 feet, 1 inch tall, 1.85 meters. He weighed in officially at 169.5 pounds, 76.8 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, here comes trouble, Troy Jones. His opponent fighting out of the white corner, a 2-time gold medalist at WKA World Championships. His record, 5 wins versus 2 losses, 2 of those wins coming by knockout. At 6 feet 4 inches tall, 1.93 meters, he weighed in at fight time at an even 170 pounds, 77.1 kilos. He comes to Los Angeles and fights out of East Hartford, Connecticut. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Paul the Reaper Banashik. The third man inside the glory ropes, your referee is Big John McCarthy.
Troy. Paul, come here. Gentlemen, we've gone over the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Fight hard but fight clean. Touch gloves. Good luck. Good. There you go.
They struggle to touch gloves, but get the job done. Paul Banashik, known as the Reaper. There's Troy Jones.
Box.
Scheduled for 3 rounds in the welterweight division. Banashik, we told you about the knee injury. Said he took a boxing match between his now and his last glory fight because he couldn't do any kicks, so he had the fighting bug, wanted to fight, so he took a boxing match. As for Troy Jones, this is his glory debut. 40-3 as amateur.
We saw Banashik in his debut was at middleweight, so this is his first time debuting in glory as a welterweight. Nice power and good combinations from Jones. Banashik has a nice rear low kick. Good kick to the body. He's got to try to use those kicks if his knee's still going to hold up.
Go, hold, go, there you go. Stop.
They're both very comfortable in the clinch, but in glory, you have time for a 1 strike in the clinch and you've got to break.
It's an active clinch.
Early on, at least, it's Troy Jones who's beating Banashik to the punch.
Yeah, coming forward, good combination work.
You see from the physique, Troy Jones in exquisite shape right now. He is ready for this glory debut.
Banashik trying to stay long. Troy Jones trying to close the distance. Nice combo exchanging.
Banashik told us he'll fight anywhere, anytime. In fact, one time in Thailand, he was at a bar, and they were having open fights for a bucket of beer. Said jumped in there, beat up a German dude, and got some beers for him and his buddies.
There you go. Good job.
You can do pretty much anything you want in Thailand. Everyone has a crazy Thailand story when they come back.
I still haven't been. We need to plan a trip, Todd.
I don't know if I'd get out of there alive. Like in the movie Hangover. He belongs to Bangkok now, right? Good body kick there from Jones. He's looking very solid in this, his first glory round.
It's a north-south fight. Banashik the southpaw, Jones the orthodox fighter. Tends to slow fights down a little bit.
Now for a little bit more information on these two fighters, we'll start in the white corner, Paul Banashik, a 23-3-1 amateur record with 14 knockouts. His nickname is The Reaper, and he runs MuayThaiAthlete.com. Some great Muay Thai coverage there, and if you like to see Paul Banashik in the gym, he's got himself from every conceivable angle. Troy Jones, running out of the Minnesota Martial Arts Academy, has a law degree, actually a degree in law enforcement. Told us to be a police officer one day, but right now he's all focused on his fighting career, and he does like to teach to inner city kids. A really good person. Both these are great guys, actually. Jones thought the difference in this fight would be his speed. What are you seeing so far?
Well, it's his power, I think, is going to be the biggest difference. Every time he goes in, he's doing some physical damage with his hooks and his low kicks. But it's hard to get in against Banashik, who throws those long kicks, long straight punches.
Banashik, only 25 years old, feels like he's just scratching the surface of what he can do. Said, give me 3, maybe 4 more years. I can't stop him. Let's talk about the here and the now, though, and he's starting to win some of these exchanges early in round 2.
Yeah, once he's putting his strikes in combinations, he seems to be doing well. Well, both guys need to throw more in combination, especially Jones to get his way on the inside.
Jones carrying around a lot of muscle. Let's see if some fatigue sets in here in the late stages of round 2 and round 3. That straight right hand can be an equalizer against a kicker, can it not?
Yeah, this is what he's going to try to do. Try to time that kick with a straight right. He has been attacking Banashik's legs as well.
Went with a lead uppercut.
Good knee from Jones on the inside.
That right hand again, connected, flush.
Jones has the power advantage.
And a left hook there.
It's a lot about range versus power. Banashik wants to keep Jones at range. Jones wants to land his power shot.
You can see on the bottom of your screen, it's Banashik who's doing better with the kicks. Jones, though, with the hands.
Jones' right hand is definitely his best weapon.
He's almost using it like a jab. Right again, timed it perfectly, and that one wobbled Banashik just a little bit.
Yeah, I think it slowed him down from exiting back.
Banashik still doesn't look like he's 100%.
No, I don't think he has his legs under him.
And that's a big problem when you're a kicker like Banashik is.
Maybe it's his knee as well. Maybe he's rocked. A little bit of both.
He's a tough guy, though, Banashik. You're going to have to hit him with more than that to put him down.
Jones is staying patient, though, even though he had him rocked. He's being a little bit more selective, trying to set up his right hand.
Banashik said no, but his body is telling us yes. GloryShop.com has all the latest to Glory merchandise and training gear at the click of a button. Now available a wide assortment of Glory clothing, accessories, performance shirts, and more. Shop now at GloryShop.com. And Joe, here's that right hand that did the damage.
Yeah, and you saw Troy Jones landing it over and over again, but that was the one. You know it hurts when Banashik kind of acknowledged it. Yeah, perfectly timed. He's trying. You know Banashik's trying to hit the body, and Jones is going to shut it down with that right hand. So Banashik has to have an answer to that. Maybe set up that kick a little bit better. Don't lead with it.
Banashik, the first one off the stool. He's ready for battle. 3 minutes to go. He's got some work to do as Jones conceivably is up 2 rounds to none.
is just staying patient, waiting the time. Banashik with that right hand. He waits. But I do like when Jones mixes his right kick as well.
Nice inside low kick.
Yeah, he'll be more successful with the right hand if he mixes his right kick more. Hide the right hand, maybe do some damage with his low kicks.
This crowd is sensing a finish here, and Banashik going backwards. Two younger guys with a lot of upside, just beginning to start their kickboxing career. Banashik's in trouble. He's in big trouble here. Let's see if Jones can close him out. What is keeping Banashik on his feet?
A lot of heart, a lot of durability. And you got to know Troy Jones, as a fighter who wins by knockout all the time, he really wants that knockout. He wants to keep that streak going.
He wants to send a message that he's in glory to stay, that he can compete with the elite strikers in the world. "90 seconds left for Banashik to somehow turn this thing around."
Troy Jones fighting southpaw there for a second.
Hold him. Break. There you go. Let go. Go. Watch your heads. Let go.
Banashik not known for his knockout power. Might need one here. Again, Jones trying to time the kick. How do you feel about the composure that Jones has shown us so far?
I think it's really good. I think he's relying on that right hand. I'd like to see him set it up, maybe with his jab, maybe with some of his kicks. I think that'll help him, develop a good finish.
Banashik still throwing kicks. He lands a left hand.
Banashik knew it landed well, so he's coming forward.
Hey, Banashik's not giving up here.
He just ate a right hand himself.
Sometimes you got to take one to give one, but how many more can Banashik take? Final 10 seconds. And that will do it. Banashik makes it to the final bell, but Troy Jones is the one on the ropes celebrating his glory debut.
Yeah, it looked like he had good composure, stayed patient, and really landed that right hand really well.
So Troy Jones looking for his first ever decision win. His other 6 bouts have ended by knockout. Said he didn't just want to win tonight, he wanted to look great. How would you describe his performance?
I think he did well, but again, I think he needed a nice finish to make that big lasting impression, but well done from Troy Jones.
The official decision when we return to Southern California.
May 12th, it's Glory 53 Super Fight Series. The Best returns to his native France when Cedric Doumbé takes the first step on his quest to regain the welterweight title. Standing in his way, Ivan Dannenberg. It's the former champ versus the #1 ranked contender in a middleweight rematch with title implications as Jason Willis takes on Yusri Pelgari. And hot welterweight prospect Mohamed Jarrah looks for career victory number 65 as he takes on Alan Chinson. Glory 53 Super Fight Series. Zenith de France, May 12th. Don't miss it.
Needs more. We're back at the Long Beach Convention Center as Paul Banashik, Troy Jones just wrapped things up. Let's jump into the highlights, Joe.
And it was really that southpaw Banashik really trying to land his left kick, but Troy Jones just kept timing that kick over and over and over again with his right hand. Stayed patient, stayed lax, but it was on target every single time. And I think that was the biggest difference in the fight. It slowed Banashik down right away. Shut that kick down, which he's known for. But good power, good composure from Troy Jones. Here he thought he had finished, got aggressive with his knee. Very excited to have a successful Glory debut.
Well, it's not official yet as we look at the fight metrics, and this was very competitive from a strikes perspective. In all, Banashik landed 75 and Jones landed 75. There you have that stat. I ruined it for you, Joe. I'll just take this page as well, but you can see where the distribution was. Banashik with kicks, Jones with punches. What do the judges prefer? We're about to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 5 of our ringside judges see it about the same and score it 30-27, unanimous decision for your winner, Troy Jones.
And there you have it. He is now 7-1. Is Troy Jones. He'll take that big smile back to Minnesota, get right back in the gym, and hope for another opportunity sooner than later here in Glory. Coming up, one of the most impressive specimens in all of Glory, light heavyweight interim champion Pavel Zervalev. He anticipates a summer showdown to unify the title, but he can't afford to overlook his opponent tonight, the toughest nails American, Myron Dennis, who is fully confident he can pull off a massive upset here tonight. But up next, the best female kickboxer in the world, Anissa Maxson in action. We welcome you back to Long Beach, California, but we're headed to France next. May the 12th, Glory Super Fight Series, number 3, Cedric Doumbé versus number 5, Ivan Danenberg, a key welterweight matchup. Also, middleweights doing battle. Yusuri Belgaroui versus Jason Wilness on the line in that fight. A shot against the current champion, Alex Pereira. Glory Super Fight Series, Lille, May 12th.
Time, ladies and gentlemen, for women's kickboxing in a catchweight matchup. This Muay Thai practitioner travels from Canada and represents the Chippewas of the Thames First Nations to make her Glory debut. Please welcome Ashley Nichols.
Ashley Nichols' trainer told all she does every day is wake up, eat, train, read books, train, go to sleep.
Yeah, she's a very dedicated fighter to her craft and everything. She's from Canada, about 4 hours away from Toronto, where I am, but she's got a really good Muay Thai base. You're going to see her really press the action. She's got good pinch, good kicks, and she really prides herself on being really well-rounded. Fighting someone with a lot of experience isn't new for Ashley. She's fought, Anissa Maxson in the past. She's fought Eamon Barlow. She's fought Tiffany Van Soos. But recently looking at MMA Invicta as her future.
And she represents the Chippewas of the Thames First Nations Reserve. She's very proud of her heritage and has a lot of family and friends watching her in Canada tonight, trying to pull off one of the biggest upsets Glory has ever seen.
Anissa Maxson.
All she does is wake up, eat, train, and sleep. It's her life. You're watching the best kickboxers on the planet in this weight class.
And new Glory Bantamweight Champion of the World. She was voted Glory Newcomer of the Year last year, and this French standout hasn't lost a bout in over 4 years. Here is Anissa Maxson.
She has nearly 100 professional wins, Joe, only 3 losses. Why has she been so dominant?
Well, it's because her footwork, her movement, her understanding of distance. She's able to hit and move. She doesn't take a lot of damage, so a lot of girls really have to force her into fights and pressure her, but she's able to move, counter with her kicks really well, and she just likes to fight so often with all that experience. To her, she would like to fight once a month if possible.
She says she's a perfectionist. Even in training, she does not neglect any detail. It must be perfect, and that's why she's nearly perfect as a professional. Let's go to our tail of the tape. It's France versus Canada. Maxson versus Nichols. Nichols, 2 years older, has a 1-inch height edge and has a half-inch reach advantage as well.
As we mentioned, the big experience advantage for Anissa Maxson, 97 fights, 16 for Ashley Nichols, and an impressive 97% win ratio for Anissa. Let's take a look at my keys to glory. And for Anissa Maxson, she's got to use her movement and footwork. Keep hitting and moving. Use your straight punch it. Look to land those left kicks that she's known for. For Ashley Nichols, she needs to control the ring. She needs to press the action. She needs to try to get Anissa in corners in the ropes and make sure she counters those kicks with her body.
Ladies and gentlemen, this non-title women's matchup is at a catweight and scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. She competed in the IFMA Worlds in Muay Thai in Russia and Belarus. She brings with her a professional record of 12 wins with 4 losses and will make her glory debut tonight. At 5 feet 7 inches tall, 1.70 meters, she weighed in at an even 118 pounds, 53.5 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Ashley AK-47 Nichols. Her opponent standing on my left and fighting out of the white corner, a world champion, an 11-time French national champion. Her professional record impressive, 94 wins with just 3 losses, 30 of those wins coming by way of knockout. She is undefeated in 3 prior glory appearances. Standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, 1.68 meters, she weighed in at 118 pounds, 53.5 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Paris, France, she is the reigning Glory Bantamweight Champion of the world. She is Anissa Maxson. Once again, your referee for this contest is Dan Stell.
Fighters. Listen up, ladies. 3 rounds. Listen, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Come out the bell. Good luck to both of you. Ref, go.
Joe, if there's one complaint about Anissa Maxson, it's that she doesn't knock enough people out. 32% knockout ratio. She's usually fighting 5-round fights. Tonight, it's 3 rounds. What's the likelihood we see her put Nichols away?
Well, she does have a fight booked at Glory 53, but she's so experienced. Her exterior is so tough, and I just think her style of hit and move just works so well for her.
So you're saying it's a low probability?
Yeah, I think she's gonna. She should play safe, but who knows? Maybe she finds that opening and goes for it. Let's see the package Ashley Nichols bringing.
As for Nichols, Joe, we saw your keys to glory, but what's your mentality have to be, even though you know the fighter across from you is probably the best kickboxer to ever do it?
You can't respect her. You got to keep coming forward. Don't move back. You got to keep pressing forward. Because Anissa's going to keep hitting you and moving, so it's going to be hard to touch her just like that. So you got to pressure her against the ropes. Use your defense to close distance, then hit. Because if you counter from the outside like that, you'll never touch Anissa.
Mexen's dabbled in boxing recently as well. She's 2-0. And you also may have seen her kicking a banantry down, and that was kind of a failed shot at Tiffany Van Soos, the woman she beat for the title she holds. She beat her in December. And Mexen saw Tiffany Van Soos kicking a banana tree and said, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to knock it down. Tiffany didn't knock it down, so we know that rematch will probably happen at some point. Van Soos can't wait to get Mexen in the ring again.
So you can see that distance control of Anissa Mexen. She's just able to hit, use her combination, angle out, and avoid anything Ashley Nichols is throwing at her.
That not a knockdown. She was off balance when she got hit. At least that was the decision the referee made.
But it's forward pressure. If she's going to pressure like that, every time Anissa throws, it might knock her backwards. Ashley needs to keep pushing.
Either way, it's a confidence booster for the Canadian.
See, Ashley's throwing in open space. I like her to close distance with her defense first and then throw her punches. Wait till Anissa's against the ropes where she can't move back.
It's tiring to swing, just get air.
See how she's throwing out there? She needs to throw more on the inside when Anissa's back's against the ropes. There's that Anissa left kick exit. You're going to see that a lot from her. And what I mean by exit, she'll throw her punches and then she kicks and moves right away.
Right hand landed there for Ashley Nichols.
That's the key for Ashley. She's got to use her boxing versus those kicks. Yeah, now against the corner. This is when Ashley needs to unload. And Ashley does have a good Muay Thai base, so this is where I'd like to see her take advantage of clinch. Try to clinch up with Anissa.
She's holding her own here in round one.
Yeah, the forward pressure, when she moves forward, she's doing well. She can't back up, and she's doing now. Well done.
Who'd you give the round to?
Well, it's Anissa Mexen's round, but great ending for Ashley Nichols. She's doing better, pressuring. In the beginning of the round, she was backing up and throwing in open space. But Anissa Mexen, she just throws her good combination, is able to exit out. But yeah, this is what Ashley Nichols needs. If she would have backed up, she would have never gotten that shot to that off-balance Mexen. So good forward pressure from Nichols, good movement from Anissa.
Mexen style, basically like Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, hit and don't get hit. Her last fight, or last loss, was in October of 2015.
Ashley Nichols, 5'7", 31 years old, out of Ottawa Academy of Martial Arts. She likes to box, kicks, knees, be well-rounded, but today we need to see her forward pressure and her good boxing skills.
So round two, only scheduled for 3. That's rare for Mexen. As Joe alluded to, as of now, she's scheduled to fight in Lille, France, coming up at Glory 53. But if something goes awry here tonight, that could all certainly change.
I think Ashley's felt Anissa's power, her combination work. Now she can just keep coming forward.
And I'll tell you what, it's not good optics when you see Anissa Mexen running backwards basically all the way around the ring like this.
Yep, this is that ring control with Ashley. Well done. This is where I like to see Ashley clinch sometimes. Hold her close.
It's a knee for Nichols on the inside.
Yep, that's her advantage. Close range.
2-3-2.
I like the way Ashley's cutting the ring off too. She's not chasing.
Now Mexen holding her around and throwing some punches. Anyone at the top of their game like Mexen, I would assume, tell me if I'm wrong, Joe, appreciate a closer contest that's going to test them a little bit like we're seeing here from Ashley Nichols than a one-sided blowout.
Well, sometimes. I mean, it depends.
You just wanted to get in and get out, huh?
Well, in this case, with her knowing she's got a fight coming up, I'm sure she wants a as easy fight as possible. But Ashley's not wanting that at all. She's not going to allow that. And you hear her corner just yelling, "Bring it, pressure, bring it."
Prompts not to let Anissa breathe in there tonight. She's true to her word, has been all over the champ. This is a rematch 2014, a fight that Mexen by decision. Ashley was honest with us and says, listen, I way too tentative. I was a little bit intimidated. I waited too long to let my hands go. I won't make that same mistake tonight.
Stop! Step back. Fight.
And you still have to think how impressive Anissa Mexen is right now. She's moving, she's not taking any damage. She's still scoring her strikes and moving. Her counter fighting is doing really well.
Nice 1-2 from the French woman, excuse me.
Stop! Step back.
You may have seen Ashley Nichols competing in Big FC. She also fights MMA, but prefers the stand-up game.
Yeah, she'll fight any rules, anytime. True fighter at heart.
Nice right hand there from Nichols. You very rarely see Mexen take a shot like that.
Stop.
Tough Canadians, Doc.
Spoken like a true Canadian. Joseph Valtellini, Toronto's finest, I might add.
I like that.
And I'll tell you what, Glory's doing everything we can to get to Toronto.
Yeah, we'll be there soon, but some good action back and forth. I really like Ashley's pressure, but Anissa is still doing well. She's scoring her strikes. She's landing well in combinations. Nice right hand from Nichols here. But in my opinion, Ashley needs to keep using that clinch and then push Anissa off, hit. She needs to keep that touch range, what we call mid-range. But again, Anissa's doing well. She's not taking too much damage. She's still hitting and moving. I just think the story is how impressive Nichols is doing right now.
Everything you want in your soul for this round. Seconds up! Breathe. Come here. Breathe, now come here. Touch him up. Touch him up, ladies. Good job.
So round 3, it's been a spirited effort here from Ashley Nichols. She's had her moments, but certainly must win round 3 if she wants any chance to get a decision.
Yeah, she looks like her cardio is on point as well. She doesn't seem to be slowing down one bit. Muay Thai background, 5 rounds.
Step back,
MMA,
step back.
3 rounds, but 5 minutes. So 3 minutes must be like a breeze for her.
The conditioning of Ashley Nichols is extremely impressive. She's thrown 100 strikes right now, Joe. Most of them while running forward. Right hand connects.
Stop! Fight!
Either way, Nichols is earning the respect of Anissa Mexen here tonight.
He's earning her respect from a lot of the women in the division.
Let's go, ladies. Let's fight.
I'm sure she would even like a crack at Tiffany Van Soest again.
It's pretty clear in this division, the cream of the crop, Tiffany Van Soest, Mel Debbie, and the woman you're watching right now, Anissa Mexen.
Stop! Step back. Step back. Fight.
We asked Mexen yesterday who her favorite athlete is in the world. Said Michael Jordan. She's also a big fan of his shoes. Has over 100 pair of Jordans and says her dream is that one day Nike will make an Anissa Mexen shoe. Why not?
Absolutely.
Stop! Step back. Step back. Let's go, ladies. Let's fight. No clinch. Let's go.
So a minute to go for Nichols to do what many thought almost unthinkable.
And she's doing great.
If that made any sense. According to Nick Blakis and MMA Odds Breakers, Ashley was nearly an 8-1 underdog.
Stop! Step back. Let's go, ladies. Fight out. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Superman punch, Superwoman punch rather, from Mexen.
Ashley continuing to look forward. None of these strikes are slowing it down, but I like when Anissa's fighting on angles.
Stop!
She doesn't need to fight like that. When she's using her kicks and circling out, a little bit more successful.
Stop. Step back. Let's go. Let's go.
You can hear in this corner yelling that Mexon's tired. Let's go get her.
This is a close fight.
Stop.
I mean, this first round looked like
Let's
Mexon,
go.
but 2 and 3, very tough. It's very back and forth.
So that'll do it. Let's see what the judges say here. When you look at the fight metrics, it's pretty lopsided. Mexon landed a total of 98 strikes compared to 76 by Nichols. But you never know, Joe.
Yeah.
She controlled the tempo, and she was the aggressor.
Yeah, being an aggressor in kickboxing is a good advantage, so I'm sure the judges are looking at that.
The decision when we return to Southern California. We're back at the Long Beach Convention Center. We just wrapped up Ashley Nichols versus Anissa Mexon, and this was closer than a lot of people thought it would be.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it totally shocked me how Ashley kept coming forward, but Anissa in that first round showed good distance control, moving well like she always does. But Ashley in round 2 started being more successful come forward. Ate a lot of shots coming in, but when she got on the inside, she stayed there. She used her knees well in the clinch on the inside, but didn't back up one moment of this fight. Continued to do so in the third round. Here's Anissa trying to hit and move, both exchanging punches back and forth. But a lot of good work with Ashley's knees in the middle, up the middle in the clinch. I think Anissa was even surprised by the pressure that Ashley was supposed to bring. But great fight, a lot of great action from both women.
Well, the first round was pretty dominant by Anissa Mexon when it comes to strike count, but you'll see in a minute the rounds 2 and 3 certainly tightened up. Total strikes landed 104 for Mexon, 78 for Nichols.
And it's all those punches and kicks, but as the rounds went on, you can see still showing was round 3 where Nichols had the advantage, where round 1 dominated by Anissa Mexon, and round 2 closer but still advantage to Mexon.
This could be an interesting decision. Tim Hughes, our ring announcer over there collecting judges' scorecards right now, and is taking a little longer than normal, and usually, Joe, that means that it's a split decision.
And you gotta think, the judges don't have the count in front of them, so they're looking at a lot of that pressure. They can't see what's landing as much, but it was favorable in Ashley a lot of those second and third rounds, so I'm very curious myself to see how the judges have it.
Anissa Mexon going to taste defeat for the first time in nearly 4 years. Ash Nichols was confident yesterday. She said, I'm not going to be intimidated this time. I'm going to go right after her. I'm going to stay in her face. I'm not going to let her breathe, and I'm going to outland her. I'm going to outwork her. Here we go. Some very tense moments in the French woman's corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, we once again go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals from our 5 ringside judges. 3 of the judges scored about 29-28. 2 of them have it at 30-27, but all for your winner by unanimous decision, Anissa Mexon.
There you go, Anissa Mexon showing her dominance again. I guess it's that fighting, her hitting and moving abilities, which got her that dominant UD win. But great job, Ashley Nichols, showing that forward pressure, good heart, and I hope to see her back. I hope she plans on staying with kickboxing and not just sticking with MMA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got one fight left, and it is our main event. Pavel Zervalev, the interim light heavyweight champion of the world, squares off against American bruiser Myron Dennis. It's our main event when we return.
Time now, ladies and gentlemen, for the light heavyweights. He gained attention competing in the Road to Glory tournament back in 2013. Here comes Myron Dennis.
He'll be dancing to the ring, but no one expects him to be dancing out of the ring, Joe. He's the biggest underdog on this card. Zurbulev, a 14-1 favorite. How does Myron pull off the biggest upset of his life?
Well, he needs to avoid the power of Pavel, so he's going to have to stay close or stay out. But I've watched Myron fight a few times. Very durable. He's very tough, and he's going to need that style. But he keeps coming forward, and I think he's got to just use that close-range boxing to try to wear Zurbulev out. He's got the ability to shock a lot of people.
This kickboxing veteran comes in a winner 9 of his last 10 bouts, dating back to 2014. Here is Pavel Zurbulev.
Pavel Zurbulev. His list of wins very impressive. He's beaten Gokhan Saki, Benjamin Adegbuyi, Eddie Camayo, Brian Dowles, and former Glory light heavyweight champion Saulo Cavallari most recently, Joe. Why is the man so dangerous?
It's his power punching. He knows how to use his distance well, but when he has you against the ropes or in the corner, he's going to unload, and he's got so much power behind everything he throws, and he likes to favor his boxing. And even he's fought at heavyweight many times as well, so he brings heavyweight power in the light heavyweight division.
Let's do our tail of the tape for this. The interim light heavyweight champion Pavel Zurbulev and Myron Dennis. It'll be Dennis with a 2-inch reach advantage. He's only 29 years old and taking a massive step up in competition.
And a lot of professional experience for Pavel Zurbulev. Myron Dennis has 26 fights, a lot of those with MMA on top of that as well. And my keys to glory for Zurbulev, he needs to dictate the pace, control the center of the ring, and really look to land his power shots when he has Myron against the ropes. For Dennis, he needs to shut down that power of Pavel, to stay active on the inside and really look to use his counterattacks.
This is your headline super fight of the evening, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Glory light heavyweight division. Featuring a brawler from the Sooner State, stand toe-to-toe with Europe's veteran banger with over 80 professional bouts. This bout sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission in cooperation with the ISKA. Their president, Corey Schaefer, is with us ringside. From Los Angeles to Leon, Glory kickboxing fans are watching around the world. It's time for Glory! Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, mixed martial artist set to make his 3rd Glory start. His professional record, 20 wins with 6 losses, 9 of those wins coming by way of knockout. At 6 feet 2 inches tall, 1.88 meters, he weighed in at 209 pounds, 94.8 kilos. He's here tonight, fighting out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Here is Myron Light Skin Dynamite Dennis. His opponent standing on my left and fighting out of the white corner, a world and European champion. His professional record, 71 wins with just 11 losses, 26 of those wins by knockout. At 6 feet 1.5 inches tall, 1.87 meters, he weighed in at an even 200 pounds, 94.4 kilos. Fighting out of Sevastopol, Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the current interim light heavyweight champion of the world. He is Pavel the Cayman Zurbulev. Here now is your referee for this contest, Marcos Rosales.
Well, gentlemen, I've already gone over the rules. Obey my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times. Stitch him up, 3 rounds.
3 rounds. Myron Dennis, Pavel Zurbulev.
Get out, let's go.
Myron Dennis Very clear on what he needs to do, saying, quote, I cannot stand in front of this guy. I've got to move. I've got to fight on angles.
Yeah, he's going to stay in or stay out. Don't be a stand-in target. That's key. I think Dennis is going to do a good job on the inside. Stay busy.
And Joe, when I asked you the best thing about Myron Dennis, you said it's his durability. He's able to take a lot of punishment, and that may be his key to victory tonight. Get hit so many times that finally Zervalev gets a little tired and he catches him.
Yeah, Dennis has an exhausting style. He's going to keep moving, throwing on insides, mixing angles.
Myron has a great sense of humor. Very rarely speaks in serious tones. His nickname should tell you that. He's the light-skinned dynamite.
Zervalev's going to be patient. He's going to wait, but when he unloads, you're going to see him throw everything behind it.
And Joe, when I told the odds of this fight, you were pretty incredulous. You thought that Myron Dennis was not getting enough respect. Why?
Yeah. I just feel his durability. He's so tough. He can come forward. He's not intimidated by anyone. I think he has an exhausting style for Zerval because he's going to keep pushing him backwards.
Zervalev, as you can tell, carries around a lot of muscle. He is as strong as you'll get in the kickboxing ring. Bench presses nearly 400 pounds. Actually went down to Muscle in Venice to get a workout in. You can see that on our Inside Glory feature. Check out our YouTube page. There's a body kick from Zervalev. And you can see a footprint clearly on the back of Zervalev, including the toes,
Yeah.
Joe. I've never seen it like that. It looks like a sunburn. Someone put their foot on it. So Dennis bringing the heat tonight.
I like Zervalev's low kick that he landed. I'm going to see him kick a little bit more in this fight.
Myron Dennis has 2 Glory fights, both of them, and Ryan Collette. He said he's improved so much since then. Continues to get better. He'll laugh that off.
Ooh, strong left hook from Zervalev.
That one got Dennis's attention. He scampers back to the ropes and eats a hot kick.
Yeah, this is what he needs to avoid. He's got a pressure like that. Can't stay against the ropes. Good adjustment from Dennis.
Good knee from Zervalev. Body shot for Zervalev.
Stop on the back.
You see him. You can see how the power he has.
Turn.
Some of the action here. I think this is that body kick that tattooed the lats of Zervalev. Good knee. It's a nice close range kick, but if it's close enough and the knee lands, hurts just as bad.
So very physical round one. Zervalev with a man's foot tattooed on his back.
Even has his corner fixing his ponytail, his man bun.
How dare you call that a man bun, Joe? That is a ponytail.
Second time, my piece is in.
So round 2 is scheduled for 3.
Wait.
How'd you think Dennis did there at first?
I thought he did well. He was able to avoid the power. He didn't stand there. When Zervalev was winding up his power punches, he closed the distance. He stayed off the ropes. So just a lot of activity, more activity from Dennis I would like to see.
And they exchange right hands in the pocket. And there's Dennis. He's getting his in. Trying to do a little peekaboo there.
He needs to stay patient. He can't get too carried away. And one shot from Zervalev and it's over.
Well, Dennis's mind thinks one shot from me and it's over too.
Yeah, he has good power as well, but I want to see him stay calm and relaxed. Don't get overexcited.
What's a long shot that Dennis is going to beat Zervalev in a tactical match.
Yep.
He's got to get it a little raw, a little physical.
I did like when Zervalev used his kicks in the first round. You saw some good knees from him as well. Myron's corner, his brother DeMario asking for more.
Dennis dancing and then throwing hands. Total strikes, look at that. Myron Dennis here to fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice low kick from Zervalev.
Still waiting to see maybe some separation from Zervalev where he takes his game up to the next level.
Solid low kicks again.
Watch the heads, watch the heads.
Zervalev known for his power punching, but maybe this is the fight we see him use low kicks.
They're certainly scoring.
Dennis landed that right hand a few times. Looks like he's trying to set that up.
Combination starting downstairs, ending up top for Myron Dennis.
I like Dennis when he uses his jab to set up his punches. He knows Zervalev's coming forward, so try to use his jab and then set up some of his other punches.
Myron told us, I feel no pressure here tonight. He loses to me, it's a worldwide embarrassment. If I lose, it's just another victory on his impressive resume.
Stop on the bell.
You can see that Dennis just keeps moving forward.
And I'll tell you what, if you're just looking at the strike metrics, Myron Dennis is doing better than Pavel Zervalev, at least from a landing standpoint, Joe.
Yep, and he's staying in the pocket. He's felt a lot of Zervalev's power, and he's confident staying in the pocket. But I still think the biggest advantage for Zervalev is when he keeps attacking those legs. Here's a hard overhand right from Zervalev. Just clipped the forehead of Dennis.
And he got out too.
Yeah, good job on Dennis keeping the chin down. If his chin was up 1 more inch, that could have been a knockout. That's why your coaches are always telling you keep your chin down. That's when Pavel went to the back leg. Good adjustment. Attack the front leg, then go to the back.
Take that, my pieces in!
So here we go. It's the third and final round. Can Myron Dennis pull off one of the biggest upsets in Glory history, or will it be business as usual for the Ukrainian?
A lot of it comes down to damage. Dennis is throwing more, landing more according to fight metrics, but what's doing the most damage?
So it's the corner of Myron Dennis. Need to tell their fighter right now.
Well, his brother right now, DeMario, is asking for more pressure.
He just ate a left from Zervalev.
Yeah, DeMario wants Myron to sit on his right hand.
Well, Dennis knows he's got to go for broke. When he got the call, he said, I know this is the opportunity of a lifetime. A lot of guys wouldn't take this fight. I couldn't wait to get in there.
Yeah, Zervalev's a scary fighter. Nobody wants it. So to show Dennis, who's been out, maybe not as active in kickboxing, but he'll fight MMA, he'll fight boxing, any rules.
Zervalev more willing to get right in the pocket through a nice body shot. But like you said, Dennis can absorb a lot of punishment.
Yep, he took a lot of hard low kicks, a lot of hard body punches. We saw him take some off the forehead, but still going to come forward.
Ooh. I will say this, though. Zervalev's there to be hit for Dennis. If he can counterpunch and time it just right, maybe he gets the shot he needs.
And he needs to find a little bit of energy, but I'm not sure why Pavel's not going back to the legs.
Nice uppercut from Zervalev, and now he's teeing off Dennis, almost went down.
Yeah, Zervalev set that up well. He went hard to the body a few times, and then he mixed it upstairs.
Blood coming out of the nose now. Myron Dennis as Zurlev gets a body shot in there. Low kick.
Yep, he needs to keep that low kick. Punch to low kick from Zurlev could finish this fight.
We saw this in his last fight against Kavalar. Zurlev ups his game in the third round.
Yeah, especially for a good power puncher. It's very impressive to see him bring that power into the third round.
Let's see a high kick from Zurlev.
See that durability, Myron Dennis.
10 seconds to go. Blood pouring out of the nose of Myron Dennis, but he's still trying to come forward. There's that high kick, and they'll swing it out to the final bound. Good stuff from Pavel Zurlev and Myron Dennis. The official decision when we return here to the Long Beach Convention Center.
As much as I can, so hey, all you gotta yell is move, and I keep going.
Good job, bro. Good job. We welcome you back to the Long Beach Convention Center. There's Pavel Zurlev, the interim light heavyweight champion. A very exciting fight between him and the light-skinned dynamite known as Myron Dennis. And like you said, Myron was taking all the punches he could, one human could be expected to take, and he got a few shots in as well.
Yeah, he did really well, and it showed his durability, was able to counter back, keep moving forward, but third round from Zurlev.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the total from our 5 ringside judges. They all see it and score it the same. 30-27, a unanimous decision for your winner, Pavel Zurlev.
So Pavel Zurlev with the victory tonight, and now all eyes turn to a possible future summer showdown between Zurlev and the reigning light heavyweight champion of the world, Artem Vakhitov, who's right now dealing with a hand injury. Joe, what will that fight look like when it takes place?
Well, Vakhitov is one of the most technical fighters you see. He can fight orthodox, he can fight southpaw, just so talented. So I think it's going to be about the technical side of Vakhitov versus the power of Zurlev.
So Zurlev onward and upward. As for the rest of the card, some impressive performances, including Zachariah Zugari, who outlasted Bailey Sugden.
Yeah, it was a great fight. I thought Bailey Sugden did better than the judges had, but great young, only 20 years old, and only onwards and upwards for him.
Okay, let's take a look at some highlights now from that fight.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I guess we're going to see highlights from the Zurlev fight, and there's Myron Dennis.
He hit that body kick. Zurlev countered back with some good kicks of his own, but that power is just going to give anyone a hard time. And I mean, I'm sure Vakhitov's watching, and he's got developed a strategy for it. But good right hand. Myron Dennis showing his toughness, his durability, and his ability to take shots, keep coming forward. But that third round was all Zurlev. His low kicks were landing up. He landed some hard body shots. Then all of a sudden he mixed upstairs, ended up getting the nose of Myron Dennis leading. But great performance from both guys. Very exciting main event.
And he'll have that back tattoo at least for a couple days to remember Myron Dennis for a little bit of time. So back to Zachariah Zugari, who outlasted Bailey Sugden. What do you think the future holds for Zacharias Ugara?
Well, he's still young, 23 years old. Like he mentioned, he just came off of a head kick knockout, so he recovered well. He got the win, so he's going to be relaxed now. He just needs to carry that momentum and keep getting bigger, stronger, and more experience. He's going to take on the likes of guys like Robin van Roosmalen.
Another win for Anissa Mexen tonight as well, the women's super bantamweight champion of the world. We head to Lille, France, May 12th. We'll face off against Amel Debbie, one of the great kickboxers in the world as well. They've somehow never fought, even though they're both French, but they will in May. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, they're both similar style fighters, good at hitting, movement, good at creating angles and distance, fighting and moving. I think it's going to fight of who's going to want it more, and I think you're going to see Amel Debbie really have to push the pace like we saw Ashkos do.
Also in France, Cedric Doumbé in action against Ivan Dannenberg, and that fight should be exciting as well.
Yeah, every time Doumbé fights, he's that weird, awkward style, but Dannenberg's one of the tallest in the division, good at using his range, just coming off of a contender tournament win, so a lot of momentum and experience for him.
Also, Sidichai will be in France defending his lightweight championship of the world. For the entire Glory production team, including our executive producer, Bill Borson, I'm Todd Gridham. He's Joseph Valsolini. We'll see you in May in Lille, France.
May 12th, it's Glory 53 Super Fight Series. The Best returns to his native France when Cedric Doumbé takes the first step on his quest to regain the welterweight title. Standing in his way, Ivan Dannenberg. The former champ versus the #1 ranked contender in a middleweight match with title implications as Jason Wilness takes on Yusri Belgari. And hot welterweight prospect Mohamed Jariah looks for career victory number 65 as he takes on Valenteinson. Glory 53 Super Fight Series. Zenith de Lille, France, May 12th.